Hello world, Shelly here, and it's time for some favorites and fails, mostly favorites this time. We haven't done these in a little bit because I've been trying to work through some open products that I've got, but the joy in that is that once I finish them up, I'm able to try new stuff. So I have a bunch of new stuff, and I feel like there's a ton of stuff in front of me right now. How many more times can I say stuff? That will be today's drinking game, and let's just get into it, shall we? Let's start with the one makeup fail that I've got here. It's from Physicians Formula. It is the Brow Last. This is a brow gel, built-in spoolie, really cool concept, but the applicator is a giant brush. And look how goopy this is. It's thick. She thick, guys. She thick. You can't draw any kind of precision, so you kind of just goop this onto your brow. Your brow. Your brow. Oh my. And then you're supposed to brush through it with a spoolie. It gets everywhere. It's a clumpy mess. It doesn't even matter if the formula is good or not because the applicator is horrific. I tried it twice and just made a giant mess on my face, and no. So that is a fail. Let's get into some favorites. Oh, you've seen this one 5,000 times at this point. Elf. It is the Retro Paradise highlight. This is in the shade Soul. Ironically, I am not wearing it today because I put on my Natasha Denona because I was missing the Natasha Denona. But let me see if I can get it to swatch. Oh, it's so pretty, you guys. I don't know how well it'll come off on camera. You see it? It does come off on camera. Here's the deal. It's got some glitter in it, but the thing with it is the glitter's super Mikely. What? I can't talk today. Finely milled, and the product itself has a base that gives you a sheen, so it's not just glitter. It's got that sort of glassy sheen base to it, and then there are some glitter sparkles. Oh, my hand is so pretty right now. It's just lovely, and I love it. I love it on its own. I love it on top of other highlighters, especially the Natasha Denona. It's just beautiful, and it's the sparkles are of a variety of shades in there, so it's like it can adapt to a cool tone look or a warm toned look or a neutral look. It's so pretty. It's so pretty. I love it. I just love it. Another Wet n Wild win. Lots of W's. Oh, this palette. Oh, I can't stop. I can't. I've had to force myself to stop using it. It is so pretty. It is the Kuromi, the Shadow Side. Because I know they're kind of doing like a light and dark or a nice and evil or whatever it is. I'm not familiar with these characters, but oh, this palette. Now, it does have a fragrance to it. They made it smell fruity. It smells like something, you know what it smells like? I've been trying to put my finger on this for weeks now. It smells kind of like that fruity smell that Barbie dolls used to have. I don't know, that just came to me just now. This palette's amazing. It makes a beautiful smoky eye. This, I'm actually wearing the transition shade right there today. I've been wearing this with like everything in the crease. It's just, it's so good. It's so good. I love it. I think I have one more Wet n Wild thing. Yes, I do. Okay. This liquid liner. It's the H2O proof liquid liner from Wet n Wild. I don't know if I can even describe why I love it. It's a black liquid liner. This tip of this brush. So it's a firm brush. The very tip of the brush is soft like a brush. It's got a shape to it. Is it a triangle? I don't know. What is that? Is it like the edge of a diamond? I can't even figure out what the shape is. All I know is that when you try to draw a wing with it, it just does it for you. And I have really complicated eyes to draw wings on because my crease of my lid comes farther past the corner of my eye. I don't even know what to say. And it looks chunky, like it wouldn't be precise, but the end of it is super precise. I can get it all the way down to the inner corner with precision. I don't even understand how this works because it shouldn't. It looks like it should be a hot mess. It's not. I love it. I've worn it probably half a dozen times now, in awe every time, because I wish I could explain it so I could tell you like how or why it works. I don't know. I can't even figure out what shape it is. It's good though. Oh, more makeup, more makeup. You know I love the entire Age Perfect line from L'Oreal. I've been wearing the mascara quite a bit. I'm wearing it today. It gives wonderful length. It is easy to wash off at the end of the night, and it gives a little bit of volume. It is more focused on the length. I like it when I'm doing, you know, a less of a full face, like a not so far as to do like a natural no makeup look. It's more than that. It's more bold than that. It's not quite the wall of lashes type of bold, but it gives wonderful length, and I'm very much enjoying it. And I think it's actually good for your lashes, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I like it. Let's see. Is that all the makeup? Nope, one more thing. CoverGirl, the Clean Fresh Prep and Set Water Mist. It smells like cocoa nuts. Nope, that's the wrong word. Oh my gosh, you guys. Things that start with C. Cucumbers. If it smelled like coconuts, I really wouldn't like it. It smells like cucumber. You can use it as a mist to start out your makeup application. You can use it as a setting mist to sort of melt everything together. I don't think it impacts the wear of my makeup lengthwise one way or the other. It doesn't shorten it or lengthen it. It's really just to get that nice, you know, when you want your powder to kind of melt together with your foundation, and it smells really nice and it feels really nice, and it has one of the best sprayers in terms of a fine mist of any drugstore product I've tried in a long time. So I am enjoying this one quite a bit. Okay, I think that's all the makeup. Are we on to skincare? Well, no, there's more. Yeah, I told you, there's a lot of stuff here. I wish I wasn't recommending these. My wallet wishes I wasn't recommending these. I've been trying out the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Primer, and I've been trying the By Terry Hyaluronic Hydra Powder. This is the full size. This is a mini travel size, and I'm probably going to buy the full size of the primer. It is wonderfully hydrating, also does a really good job at smoothing, and I do think that it is helping to extend the wear of makeup. This powder, you guys, so nice. The reason I love it is that I can actually use it now. Most people would call this baking, but I'm not using it under my eyes for the purpose of setting concealer or anything. I like to do my foundation first, but if I'm doing an eyeshadow look that is likely to have fallout, you really just end up having to be good at cleaning it up. And I'm not good at cleaning it up after I've already got my foundation on. So I do like to put down powder kind of heavily under my eyes so that when I'm done with my eye makeup, I can just brush the powder away and all the fallout goes with it and it doesn't mess up my makeup. Problem is, if you have dry skin, a lot of times powders sitting there baking under your eyes will end up making your whole under eye look crepey and dry and wrinkly, and I don't want that. This does not do the crepey, dry, wrinkly thing. It does not dehydrate the under eye. I don't know how. How is a powder hydrating? It's got hyaluronic acid in here somewhere, somehow, some way. It totally works. It does not dry out my under eye. So this is what I've been using under my eyes when I'm doing an eyeshadow look and I want to put powder down so that I can sweep it away. It's also a beautiful setting powder. For the purpose of just setting powder, I don't know that I would spend the money on it, but since it is a nice multitasker in my world, I do enjoy it. I do not regret this purchase at all. Does this count as makeup? It's kind of makeup / skincare. This will be our transition piece from Glossier, the Future Dew. I am really enjoying this as a primer. The skin tint, not so much. You know, not much else really blew my mind in the whole Glossier thing. Some things were okay. This one I really, really like. Maybe I'm being influenced by the fact that I love the bottle, but it actually feels really good on the skin. It feels really hydrating. It gives that slightly tacky base that is really nice for putting foundation over, at least in my opinion. That's how I like it. It works really well as a primer. I enjoy it. It's lovely. Okay, non-makeup. Oh, there's one more makeup thing. It's been a while since I've been buying new makeup. I've been so into skincare lately. You've seen me use these a bunch of times. I actually bought both of the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Bronzers. They are based on, maybe Flawless isn't in the name, Airbrush Bronzer. They're based on the Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder, which you know I love. Favorite setting powder of life. But they're supposed to be the same formula, and these are also refillable containers. And I had originally bought shade 1. Well, shade 1 is really light. It's not really a bronzer for me, which is amazing because I'm pretty fair. This actually works wonderfully as a setting powder for my summer color, which is this. So I've been using this to actually set my foundation, and then I purchased shade 2 to actually use as a bronzer. And I also love it because it's got that slight red undertone. It's not leaning too yellow or too warm. It's just a nice shade for fair skin. And the packaging's beautiful, and I very much enjoy them both. I am very pleased with how those are working. In the winter, I probably will be able to use shade 1 as a bronzer, but for now, it is setting powder. Okay, now I think that's all the makeup. Holy cow. Okay, now I'm gonna get my phone because I have some details to describe to you on this one. So this next product came to me complimentary from Sulwhasoo. This is the Snowise Brightening Mask. I got this through the Octoly PR program. If you're not familiar with it, if you are an influencer, have a channel, whatever, you can apply to certain brands for specific products and they will approve or deny you for PR, and then you review them. And oh, this is a nice one, you guys. You know I love my good skincare. So let me tell you a little bit about this one. Thank you to Sulwhasoo for sending me this mask. It retails for $13. It is the Brightening Sheet Mask. An intensive brightening mask fermented with white ginseng delivers nutrients for a bright and clear complexion. Now, let me tell you just how this thing works. You know I'm a mask lover. I do sheet masks, I do wash-off masks, I do peel-off masks, I do drugstore masks, I do high-end masks, I do all the masks. I love the masks. And this one is unlike anything I've ever tried in terms of face masks. And I kept part of it to show you. So now this is my opinion based on one use because they sent me one mask, but the concept of it is just amazing. So masks in general, I like sheet masks because they're the easiest. What I don't like about sheet masks is a lot of the time they don't stay put on your face, and I like to multitask. I am not one to just sit there and do nothing. So when I put on a sheet mask, maybe I'm gonna tidy the bathroom or vacuum or whatever it is that I want to be doing while I'm wearing my mask. I can't always do with a sheet mask, a paper pulp sheet mask. So then I tend toward the wash off and the peel off masks. But personally, I think I get better results from my face sucking in all the ingredients from a sheet mask. So do I want to sit there do nothing? So, well, sometimes I just do because I want that sheet mask. So the thing about this one, okay, you get this mask. So this is like a mesh right here. And the actual mask is between two layers of this mesh. So you take the mask out of the package, you peel off one of the mesh, then you apply the mask to your face, and then you peel off the other mesh piece. And what you're left with, they call it a biocellulose mask. It is like your skin. It's like a second skin. It is completely adhered to your face because it's not paper. It sort of melts to your face. And it's amazing. It stays put, does not move around at all. And it feels so nice and so hydrating and so lovely. You wear it for 10 to 20 minutes and then you just peel it off like you would peel off a paper sheet mask. It's so wild and so comfortable and so easy to wear and stays put. Now, the product itself, the serum in it, is a brightening serum that also addresses hydration and fine lines. And with only one use, the brightening component of it that is supposed to reduce uneven skin tone and such, of course one use is not really enough. They say to use it up to twice a week, but I will say that I did the mask last night, planning to film today, and when I woke up this morning, definitely hydrating, definitely plumping of fine lines, I think, because of the massive boost in hydration. And I would venture to say my skin is looking really smooth today, probably due to extra hydration, but holy cow. Absolute thumbs up on this mask. It is just the whole concept of the delivery of the mask, and it's brilliant and it felt wonderful. This is definitely going on my repurchase list because it's lovely and it's genius. Let's see. Let's do this serum. This is the Power 10 Formula Li Effector. This is the one, there's a whole bunch of these. I originally saw this on Dr. Dre's channel, and I found it on Amazon. Yes Style carries a whole bunch of this line, but I've had trouble finding this one, the licorice one, specifically on their website. So I ended up ordering this off of Amazon, and I agree with Dr. Dre's analysis of it. She recommended it. Here's where I'm in my, about a quarter of the way down into this one so far. I've been using it about a month. It's hydrating, definitely hydrating, but also I feel like it does have a brightening effect. It gets that dull appearance to the skin. Bye-bye. Definitely hydrating, definitely brightening. Licorice root extract is the key of this one. All of these 10 formulas have a different primary key ingredient, so this is the licorice one, and I like it. I will continue using it. It is making my skin happy. Oh, another one. This one's an indie brand called Bedrock. You have heard me talk about their Bedrock Balm before. This is kind of like an all-purpose balm. This has already been in my favorites in the past. That it's good for inflammation, irritation, it's good for hydration, it's just like an all-purpose kind of a thing. I keep it handy. This is a new release from them. It is a natural deodorant. It's the Mineral and Matcha Fresh Stick. It's a zinc oxide deodorant, and I am new to the natural deodorant arena. I have been using Secret since I was like 12, literally. Never used anything else on any long-term basis. So I've been testing this out for about 2 weeks now, daily, as my primary deodorant. And coming from a traditional, consumer market, the Secret that I usually wear is an antiperspirant and a deodorant. And so this is just deodorant. My analysis so far, I enjoy the product. There's a little bit of a caveat to get used to. I will talk about that in a second. But if you're coming from a world of deodorant and antiperspirant, you may have a little getting used to of not having an antiperspirant in here. So you're gonna feel sweat in your pits if you sweat. But this does a really good job of blocking odor. I do have to apply it twice a day as opposed to once a day with my former Secret deodorant. So I apply this in the morning when I get dressed, and I apply it at night when I go to bed. And that keeps me from being stinky. The product, so it's not a twist, it's a push. So you push from the bottom. And the only downside, here's that caveat. The only downside is that there's no way to make it stay in place. So when you apply it, you kind of have to get used to putting a finger or your thumb into the base, holding it where you want it, and then applying it. And, not letting that pressure go, because otherwise the product falls back into the tube. So there is a little bit of a learning curve to get used to how you hold it to most effectively get the product on, but what would be the best way to show you the... It's a really smooth, really soft. The other natural deodorants that I have tried, oh, it smells so good, they're either too waxy and too like slippery, or they're too chalky and crumbly. This one is a perfect, it really does melt down into the skin. It's not slick, it's not waxy, it's not dripping all over the place, it's not cracking all over the place. It is just a really good formula that they've put together in terms of consistency of product. It is possible to end up with some white marks on your clothing, but it's not as bad as I had anticipated it being, just because that's something I always hear about natural deodorants. I've only tried a couple natural deodorants in my life. None have lasted more than 2 days in my world because I just end up stinking and I can't stand it. And this one keeps me from stinking, and that's the point of a deodorant. So I am definitely a fan of this. I do recommend it. I am going to keep on wearing it, even though I don't have to, because once I know enough to say something to review it, sometimes I don't do it anymore if it's not something I like. But I do like it, so I'm going to keep on wearing it. I have not done a ton of research into claims of what commercial grade deodorants are that makes them bad, but I know that there's a lot of claims. So I don't have any information to share as to why this is better than other deodorants, but I can say on its own, as a deodorant, as a product, I like it. Okay, next. Let's talk, this is my other Octoly PR from this batch of stuff. It's from Clarins. I have mentioned this in a few videos now that I have been testing a self-tanner. I've been testing a self-tanner from Clarins. Thank you to Clarins. They sent this to me complimentary through the Octoly PR program, and one is for face and one is for body. You know I enjoy Clarins, especially their moisturizers, but ooh, the Clarins double serum, so good. I'm almost out of it, and that makes me sad because it's very expensive. This is not super expensive. We're talking $32, so yeah, higher end for a self-tanner. But I've been using this for a couple weeks now, and you only need literal individual drops. So let's just talk face. I've been using it every 2 to 3 days because I just wanted to get a little bit of a glow. What you do is, this is a liquid. It's in a glass bottle with a drop top, and the bottom is squishy. So the way you distribute the product, you mix this with whatever your face cream, moisturizer, any sort of moisturizer product. You mix this in with it. And let me see if I can show you just how fine the drops are. Boop. Did you see how little that was? Like, that's one drop. And I have to remember to wash my hands so I don't end up having an orange palm at the end of this. But what you do is you mix it in with your moisturizer. And for the face product, you use 2 to 3 drops for your face. I do 2 to 3 drops with my face, and then another 2 to 3 drops, and I do my neck with this one as well. Then the body product is similar, but 4 to 6 drops you use. And essentially, think of it as 4 to 6 drops per limb, if I can put it that way. Like, I do 4 drops into my moisturizer. So 4 drops on my left arm, 4 drops into moisturizer on my right arm. And then I do 6 drops for one leg and 6 drops for the other leg. So, but they both, it's the same concept, same applicator, same squishy bottom. And here's why I like these. They claim it's foolproof, and it really is. You can't end up with a streaky finish just by the nature of this product. You put the drops in your palm, mix them in with your moisturizer, and then apply it to your body. So you're not going to have streaks. It's also a very gradual tan. It would take, I would say, If you use the minimum amount of drops for whatever body part you're doing, I would say 2 to 3 applications will give you a nice glow. You're not going to be deep like you've been on a beach for a week. That would, I would go every single day for a week and build it up. But I did an experiment, so I'm really mismatched right now. My face is the result of using it like every 3rd day for about 2 weeks now. So really, I just kind of, initially I did 3 days in a row, and then I backed off to every 3rd day just to kind of maintain. The interesting thing about the face is that the past couple weeks, quite a few of you have asked what I've been doing differently in my skincare. And I haven't been doing anything differently in my skincare. I've just been doing my self-tanning. And I've put in the comments responding to you guys that I'm testing out a self-tanner from Clarins. But Clarins makes really good skincare, and it is really hydrating, and I think my skin really enjoys it. So that's the kind of level of glow I'm in. Like, I would call it a maintenance glow with using it every 3rd day or so, and it's beautiful. It's not patchy. The thing with a face self-tanner that makes me nervous is that you're using so many exfoliants and things on your face, toners and acids, that would usually make a self-tanner come off really patchy. And this doesn't. I've been maintaining my skincare routine with my tretinoin and my acids, and nothing has gotten patchy at all. So that is impressive. The experiment that I've been doing, so I've been doing sort of a maintenance level on this arm. And so this is sort of the tan color and tan amount of using it every 2 to 3 days. And I'll show you the underside because I've been not applying it here just to have a comparison. So that's my normal skin tone. And this is where I'm primarily applying it on my forearms. Nice glow. Very natural. It's not orange at all. It's not streaky at all. The only thing that drives me nuts, and this is every self-tanner, is that it makes my age spots, my little sunspots that won't go away, it makes them darker while I'm self-tanning, but it's fine. That's all of them. So the experiment on this arm, I have went a week with nothing, so it was my base color. Then last night I used the maximum 6 drops on this arm with my moisturizer. And you can tell my forearm color in between the tattoos. There is the shade. So here's my underarm with no color. And here is the shade of my forearm, especially here. You can really see, like, that's bare skin, that's bare skin. So look through there. So that is one application of the maximum 6 drops compared to nothing. It does a pretty good job, and it's really customizable. A few drops, you know, a couple drops versus lots of drops, like, and 6 isn't that many drops, but 4 to 6 for the body per limb, 2 to 3 for the face, and I think it's beautiful. It's not orange. It's a great undertone for fair skin. You can control how dark it gets all at one time. You can be very gradual, very subtle. You can be more bold. My skin loves it. It's hydrating. Clarins, you got me again. It's a good one. This retails for $32, and it's getting, oh, now I can't remember, ridiculously high rating. It's like 4.7 out of 5 stars on Ulta's website with almost 100 reviews. It's a thumbs up for me. You probably could have predicted that because I do like my Clarins. So thumbs up. Thank you, Clarins, for keeping me tan this summer. All right, I have 3 more things, and that's it. I know this. My camera just shut off, so I know we're at least a half hour into this thing already. So, ooh, I told you guys I had a lot of stuff here. All right, let's do this one. From the Inkey List, this is the Oat Cleansing Balm. Here's why I love it. It's a cleansing balm in a tube. End of story. It works really well like a cleansing balm. I can use it to remove my eye makeup without it making my eyes sting or get cloudy. It's the same as all of the cleansing balms that are coming in tubs, but it's in a tube, so you don't have to dig your grubby paws into it. I really love that, because you know I don't like to put my grubby paws into my products. So bravo Inkey List is brilliant. And it is a thick balm. It is a cleansing balm in a tube. Bravo. Excellent. Love it. Last thing. I hate that I'm talking about this, because that means I'm still thinking about it. I had a sample of the La Mer. This is the moisturizing soft cream. This stuff is like hundreds of dollars. It's ridiculous. It's awesome. It's I have not bought the full size one yet, but I can't lie. I've gone on Costco's website and almost purchased it several times. But it's hard because it's so expensive, and is it really worth that money? Like, it's out of my price range for a regular purchase at this point in my life. Maybe 10 years down the road, I can afford this to be normal. Yeah, right. I'm a teacher. But, so I haven't purchased it yet. However, I did just buy some stuff on Sephora's website because they ran another special that had this as the perk that you could get with purchase. So I have another sample of it. The good news is the sample lasted me a really long time. Like, I think I've been working on this for 6 months now. But, so that would mean the full size lasts a really long time too? I don't know. Why do I love it? Okay, the texture. It's this lightweight, but not too lightweight, but a bird just flew and looked like he was going to fly right into my window, and he turned at the last second, and that was crazy. It feels luxurious. The fragrance, it is fragranced, of course, all the high-end stuff is, but it's beautiful. It's very fresh. It feels luxurious. Is the magic broth that is supposed to be so wound healing and wonderful for your skin the most magic thing ever? I don't know, but my skin really likes it. It likes it a lot more than the La Mer foundation. I don't think the foundation has enough of the broth in it to make a difference on my skin, like, or anyone's skin, because, I mean, it's not bad that it's there, but when it's in a skincare product, the concentration does seem higher because my skin really does respond well to it. I have had no trouble with inflammation and dryness since I've been using it. I've been using it almost every day. Why? But I have another sample, so I don't have to worry about buying it for at least another few months, and then I will cross that bridge when I get there, and I will tell you if I caved and bought it. But it's lovely. So if you can get the sample, keep an eye out on Sephora for a promo code that gets you the La Mer sample, because it's so good. It's so good. That's a lot of stuff. It's not even everything that I've been loving lately. It's been a while since we did one of these, but there you have it. There are your favorites and fails. We will call them my summer favorites and fails. If you enjoy these sorts of new products I'm testing out, that kind of information, give me a thumbs up down below. If you enjoyed this one, a thumbs up helps me out. I appreciate it. As always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup and stuff with me. Come back every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern time for new videos. I appreciate your time, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.